Our guest today is Jim Parkman. This was a huge case. I mean, this was the fourth largest accounting fraud in the history of the United States.
The CEO of Health South, the Fortune 500 healthcare company.
Ferrari Enzo was nearly obliterated in the high-speed crash along the PCH. Zenvo ST150S.
He went from being on the Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Only made 3 for the United
I'm
States.
Bobby Khan, former exotic car dealer turned #1 FBI's most wanted fugitive.
Generally, when you look at the law, 90% of the time it's against you.
The FBI put a $20,000 reward for information into his arrest.
Bobby Khan scammed super rich customers at a New Jersey car dealership.
Join myself and James Parkman, my attorney and best friend, as we have cars, courts, and conversations.
All right. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Parkman Khan Unleashed. That's Jim Parkman, and I'm Bobby Khan. And I think, Jimmy, we should have some fun today. Let's do like a funny story. How about that?
I think we ought to have some fun today. It's Friday, end of the week. I don't know how your week. I don't know how your week.
It's been an interesting week for you, by the way. I mean,
it has. I've only, I just found out. They put a hit out on my life.
But it's only for $10,000.
It's only $10,000. I mean, come on now. I mean, if you're going to do it, I mean, for $10,000, I shoot my own self. Okay, if he'll just send me the money, I'll go ahead and do it. Huh?
In the leg, nowhere else.
Oh, well, of course. The leg where it doesn't scar real bad, where I can still wear a bathing suit.
All right, we're not joking, okay, guys. He actually had a hit put out on him this week. He was told that somebody put a hit out on him. And, I was talking to Joy earlier, Jimmy's wife, and she's like, this is going on here. I'm like, serious?
Yeah. What's funny is the staff called me. I was in the car traveling, and the staff called me and they said, Jim, we've just got information that this people have put a hit out on your life. And I went, well, that must have been Joy. I mean, she must have done it. So, can we call the cops and turn her in? I mean, can we do that? Can you turn your own wife in?
And the poor girl got dragged down.
Yeah. And so everybody was in a panic. They locked the door at the office thinking, that we're going to get all shot up. But I told them, I said, they're not shooting at you. They're shooting at me. Yeah, exactly. So don't worry about it. I mean, and
this is where you need a Ferrari to just keep blowing past people.
Yeah, and so I put out a statement on public media that who put out the hit on 10,000, I'll give 11,000 if you don't shoot me. So I'm up in the game. At least I'm gonna raise the amount. Okay.
And, of course, exactly. Come on,
so they're gonna have to come back with 12, and then I'm gonna go to 13.
And just keep buying time.
Sure, and keep going the amount to when they finally give up. And so.
So that was Jimmy's week. Anyway, well,
yeah,
So, all right. So let's talk about something funny. All right, I got a story. I have a story about how I bought a car from somebody. It was a Lamborghini, and then the person bought the car back from me 3 days later for $40,000 more.
Wait a minute.
He sold me the car.
Wait a minute. You need to say that again.
Okay.
You buy the car.
I bought the car from the guy.
Got it.
And then 3 days later, he buys the same car back from me for $40,000 after crying that he wanted his car back. So let me tell you a little story. So this is a guy. He comes in one day originally to buy the car. A little guy, about like 5'4", curly hair, glasses.
Wait a minute. I know this guy.
Who is he?
Tyreek Hill. I saw him with the Lamborghini on TV this week.
No, that was a McLaren.
I thought it was. They said it was a Lamborghini.
No, it's a McLaren. The press doesn't know cars.
Oh, they sure don't. Boy, are they wrong.
Yeah, exactly. It was a black McLaren.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Well, never mind. I didn't know him.
Okay. So this guy comes in. He's like a little nerdy guy, okay?
Okay.
I mean, so he's made some money and he wants to buy a nice car. So he says, I want to buy a Lamborghini. And in the showroom, I had a Rosso Vic Gallardo. Now, Rosso Vic is this like a candy apple red, pearl, metallic, gorgeous car, right?
Ooh.
And the car only had like 4,000 miles on it.
Wow.
Spotless with white cream interior.
Oh, my gosh.
We make a deal, and the guy buys the car, and I think he ended up paying like $180,000 for the car. I said, okay. So he drives the car for like 2 months or 3 months and comes back in, and he says, I don't want the car. I want to sell it and I want to get something different. So, okay. So I sold him a Superleggera, which was an orange car, for more money, and I took his car back in. And I think I ended up giving the guy $145 for the car. So he took a bath. So, but he was okay with it because he bought a new car, and for him, he's got new money and he doesn't really care. So he's blowing through money. So I take the car in for $145,000 and I sell the car to my friend who owns a Lamborghini dealership in Texas. I'm not going to mention which dealer, but he buys the car and I make a profit selling the car to the dealer in Texas. Put the car in a truck and we're shipping the car out to Texas. Well, this guy comes in and he says, "Hey, I want my car back." I said, "Well, your car's sold. You're not getting it back." He goes, "But I want it back." I said, I'm not going to say his name, but I said, "The car's gone. The car's on its way to Texas. You're not getting the car back. It's gone." I said, "Why do you want the car back? You want to give up the new car?" No. I want to keep the new car, but I want to buy the old car back. I said, "Well, it doesn't happen. It's not going to happen because we made a profit on the car. We sold it to him, and the guy who I sold it to has a customer for it, and he's going to sell the car." So the guy starts getting very emotional, and he's getting upset. I'm like, "What's wrong? What's going on here?" I said, so he's like, "But I need to buy it. I can't say why, but I need to buy the car back." So I said to him, "Is there any drugs or something in that car that you forgot to pull out or something?
Yeah, sounds
gold
like it.
pieces in there or something like that?" I said, "I need to know, because if there's something shady going on, I don't need my truck driver getting in trouble because they're transporting the car." No, it's nothing like that." I said, "Well, all right. If you want to buy this car back, I need to know what the story is." So he looks both ways. He's like this. He goes, "Let's go to your office and talk." Oh, my God. And now, being in the car business, I've seen it all. I've heard it all. So I'm expecting something crazy. So I said to him, "All right, what's the deal?" He said, "Guys like you," he goes, "you were probably getting laid when you were like 15, 16 years old." I was like, "Yeah, probably 14. So he goes, "But look at me." He goes, "Women don't look at me." I said, "Okay, where's this going?" He goes, "Well, I've never had oral sex until I bought that car." My jaw just dropped. I said, "What?" He goes, "Yeah." So he goes, "The first time I ever got a blowjob was after I bought the Lamborghini." I said, "You're 54 years old. You just bought the Lamborghini 3 months ago. That was your first time?" He goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "I decided I'm going to marry the woman." So the car is sentimental. I said, "Hold on. You want to buy this car back because you had your first experience with a woman giving you oral, and now you're going to marry the woman?" I said, "Do you see everything that I'm going in my head? You just met a woman 3 months ago. She met you because of the Lamborghini, and now you're going to marry her, and now you want to buy this Lamborghini back because it's sentimental." He said, "Yeah, I need to have it back." I said, "All right, here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to call the dealer up, and he's going to want to know why he wants the car. So I'm going to share the story with him, and we're going to see where this lands." So obviously I put my businessman hat out on. I told him, "Go downstairs." So the guy that bought the car was a friend of mine. So I call him up and I say, "Hey, Gary, I need to buy this car back. This is what's happening. This is his story." And Gary just busts out laughing. He goes, and he's got this, Texas accent. And he goes, "Boy, I've heard it all, but this one takes the whopper." He goes, "All right." He goes, "Tell him to pay me, $5,000, $10,000, whatever he wants to pay me, and you can have the car back." I said, "Okay." So I go back to him and I said, "It's going to cost $50,000 to buy the car back." He said, $50,000. I said, "Well, he sold the car and he's making a profit. Plus he's got shipping costs and this and that." He goes, "I can't pay $50,000. I said, "Well, then you're not getting the car back." No. He goes, "What can we do?" I said, "It's $50,000. So now the guy starts negotiating with me. We're going back. Now I know he's buying the car back. So finally, I said to him, "Look, here's what we could do. $40,000 plus what it is, and plus taxes and tags, and you're going to get your car back. Done." Called Gary back. I said, "Gary, I'm going to give you $10,000, and I'm turning the truck around." He goes, "Absolutely." He goes, "I wasn't even making $10,000 on the car." So he goes, "Thank you." The guy bought the car back. He paid the $40,000 right there that day. He took the car home, and 45 days later, I bought the car back again for $150.
Why'd he sell it back?
Because he didn't want it anymore. He wasn't sentimental anymore.
Huh. Well, let me, as an outsider, let me say this, okay? I understand.
You understand?
I understand.
You still got your
understand his
Nova?
reasoning. I understand his reasoning.
Do you?
I
You still
certainly do.
You still
And
have,
number two is I'm fixing to go down here to downtown Birmingham and get me a Lamborghini. Because if that thing works like that, then I'm all in. So I'll tell you right now, I mean, that makes sense to me. If that's what it takes, I'm gone. Yeah, I'm ordering it right now. What color was it? What color? Cherry?
it was Russell
cherry.
Fit. It was
Cherry.
it was cherry red. Yep.
I got to get the cherry one with the. That's got to be magic. It's got to be.
I'm surprised Joy hasn't smacked you yet.
Joy who?
You should see Stephanie's mouth right now. Her
Yeah,
jaw.
Joy who? Yeah.
Yep.
No, that makes perfectly sense to me.
Yeah, and tell her the financial mess that he put himself in.
I mean, look, the guy made the right move.
Listen, I mean, this is YouTube, so I'm not going to be crude, but that happened to be the most expensive oral sex anyone ever got.
No, it's not.
Oh, yes, never mind my situation.
Yeah, that yours is a little worse than that.
Yeah, mine's a little worse.
And there are others that have been married for some time, and it costs a lot more money than $40,000.
True that. You got a point. Yep.
So
All right.
I mean, look, he. I think it was hey, I understand him. I'm in with him. I'd be going, hey, babe, I'm with you, brother. Get the car back. I mean that that worked.
Clearly, she didn't last either. She lasted a year.
Wait a minute, she lasted long enough.
I guess if you call that long enough. I don't know how much she cost them, but
Now, wait a minute. Well, now wait a minute. He still had the orange.
Yeah, he had. He sold the orange one back like a couple months later too. He just kept. Yeah, the guy's he's got problems. Like he has to be in and out. Like he can't hold on to something. And that's the problem with a lot of my customers. When you have money, a lot of these guys, they're just so fickle. They're just in and out of cars. I mean, I had a customer that literally every 200 miles, he'd trade the car back in. And I'd be like, his temp tag hasn't even expired yet, and he's trading the car in.
Look. I had a friend of mine here in Birmingham. I was at his office. This has been several years ago. Bought a brand new Chevrolet truck, one of those F40s, 150s, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And he had a flat tire on it, was sitting out in the parking lot. Just bought it a month earlier, had a flat tire. He traded it in. He ain't driving no car that has a flat tire.
Yeah,
he wants a new one. So he traded it in and got him a new one. Yeah. It was
many guys do that.
It was hexed. So
when I was younger, I used to do that. Like if my car got like in an accident, like a little fender bender or a scratch on it, going and trading it in. Can't do it. No more.
Now, let's go back and let's learn a lesson from this.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's hope Tyreek Hill is listening to us. Okay?
Why, Tyreek?
Oh, here's why. Because, first of all, I like him. I think I don't know him, but he's a great guy. I just like him. He's fantastic. Right. Fantastic. But here's what I want to get over to Tyreek, okay? You said it was McLaren.
Yeah.
The car is jinxed. Sell it.
Get something different.
Get something else because it's jinxed. And
it's a McLaren. Come on.
Hey, it's jinxed.
Yeah, it's it. It's a time to get a new one.
Look, you don't have to worry about the money. You can get more money for it now that you've owned it because they're going to say this was Tyreek Hill's.
And this is the car he got pulled over in.
Right. This is McLaren and now it's worth twice what it is. Then go get you another car that's not jinxed.
Absolutely. Trade it in, get something different, and upgrade. That car's 2018, I think.
It looked brand new to me.
No, it's a 2018.
Yeah. Really?
Yep.
It's a beautiful car. Man, it was gorgeous in the picture.
Yeah, McLarens are great when they run.
Well, it must run pretty good because
he was only doing 60. He wasn't even. It's not like he was
all he was doing was 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, 60 and a 40.
That's it.
That's it. Yep.
And a McLaren.
Now, you know what? We should make that our next episode. We should talk about that whole traffic stop.
We should because that's ridiculous.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, now if you're doing 160,
I get it.
Yep. Now you drag him out of the car.
Yep. Well, let's talk about that in the next episode. Let me stop recording, and I'll. Thanks for watching, guys. watch the next episode, okay?